Hey everyone, it's me Joji, and today we're going to be doing another deck video on something that is honestly pretty budget deck friendly, and it's been doing pretty well in the pre-meta games for ladders and even some of the side events. So let's go ahead and take a look at it right now. This is Hisuian Arcanine. Now, this might be very misleading, 130 HP, but very vulnerable is not a very vulnerable attack. 10 plus 150 more damage if your hand is empty. Not bad, honestly, because you're going to be running 4 Peony. These guys, or this guy I should say, is going to discard your hand, let you put 2 trainer cards into your hand, and from those trainer cards you could probably get rid of them fairly easily if they're things like Level Ball, Hisuian Heavy Ball, Evo Incense, you name it. Something you need maybe that you can then use and have no cards in your hand. And again, this guy doesn't need any energy to attack with. We are running 1, but that's for something we'll talk about in a second. And since Hisuian Arcanine most likely will be getting knocked out, we are going to be running some Zoroark here, so we can grab it back from the discard and replace the Zoroark with the Arcanine. And of course, in case we need to, it's also going to be replacing Altaria, which is a great card, so you can get those Peonies easily onto the top of your deck using Tempting Tune, and then use Peony the next turn. Same thing goes, you can replace the Zoroark with Mightyena, and its Hustle Bark, you can knock out Mew VMAX with 1 hit. Also, we are running a Radiant Venusaur, so we can draw at the end of our turn. Because we're going to have no cards in our hand, we want to draw some stuff back in, that way we just don't run into 1 card and just kind of just get stalled by our own deck because we only drew 1 thing that we can't play. So, your Radiant Venusaur is there. Great to have. Oranguru, in case we need to switch something out. Maybe we put something on the top of our deck using Tempting Tune. We can grab it with Primate Wisdom. Maybe it was that Peony we needed. We are going to be running Piers, just a single one, because we don't need too many. We just want to have 1 to grab the Zoroarks. We're not going to be using it to grab any energy. Well, I guess we could when necessary, because we're going to be running a single Slowbro. Now, this is why I said we are running at least 1 energy, Twilight Inspiration. Now, Slowbro has had a very interesting set of attacks in the past, whether it's flip 3 coins, and if I forget which ones were heads or tails, you lose the game. It was weird. But this one, Twilight Inspiration, you can use this attack only if your opponent has exactly 1 prize card left. And if they do, you take 2. Use this when they have 1 and you have 2, you win. Great, simple, that's why we're running a single twin energy. We are running some capture energies here, which may or may not see any use depending on what you're using to attack with. This is more or less just to get your deck ready, or your bench I should say ready, for your other cards. Now, we are going to be running a couple of other supporters like Ball Guy, which honestly I would replace at some point, because I'm not sure about it. But we do use it to grab the Hisuian Heavy, the Level, the Quick, and the Ultras. It's a good way to help you thin out your hand that way, alongside the Peony. We run a single Scoop Up, which, to be honest, I could probably replace. I think it's more or less there for when I want to put something else in play other than having whatever I have a full bench of. But that is pretty much the deck. Our main attacker obviously is going to be the Hisuian Arcanine, and as a final attack, Slowbro. But let's get into some games and see how this budget deck Hisuian Arcanine does. Ooh, if this is a dark box, this actually might be great for us. Most of dark Pokemon are weak to Hisuian Arcanine, so we'll have to wait and see. Let's go with Tails, because it never fails. Let's go first. Hopefully we can set up fairly well. Yes, wonderful. We'll start with 1. Okay, It is. Ooh, that's a bad start. No, wait, sorry. The other Moltres would have been a bad start. Let's get these up here. Let's grab another Growlithe. Do I want to grab another Growlithe? I can grab the Swablu. And then Ultra into it. That's something I can do, definitely. No, I'll grab the other Growlithe. I'll capture energy into the Swablu. Actually, I could Oranguru into that too. I totally forgot about the Oranguru last time I was playing this. Let's do that for now. And then we'll see from here. We do have the Arcanine. Depending on what we draw into, we can just Ultra Ball into the Altaria. And then set something up at the end there. Or even just Ultra into maybe the Radiant Venusaur so we can draw 4 at the end of it. It is the Eternatus deck. It's been a while since I've seen one of these on ladder. But to be honest, this is a welcome surprise. They are weak to us. Except for Moltres, of course. Alright, let's see. Ooh, they're setting up the Eternatus VMAX. Big Charm. Direwing Flames for 1. Switching to... Ah, okay. So they're going to get fully set up with the Eternatus here. Let's evolve into here. I do really want to keep the Slowbro, but at the same time I just remembered we can just Zoroark into it. Altaria. Evolve that. This is our free escape now. Tempting Tune. Into... what do we want to put on top? Let's grab Peony. That way we can maybe grab some Evo Incense afterwards for the other Pokemon here. Very vulnerable for 160. Love to see that. So this is close to getting knocked out if they can't switch it out. I'm guessing that they may play Hiding Darkness Energy, or I guess the switch, but this guy can be knocked out pretty easily with our Hisuian Arcanine. So let's just move this up here. Draw our Peony. Play the Peony. 2 Evo. Wonderful. Grab an Arcanine. And the next one we'll grab a Zoroark. Alright. Put one of the Zoroark up. Put the Arcanine up. And before we attack, let's go ahead and Tempting Tune into another Peony. And let's swing for that, what I think is knockout, actually. No, oh, sorry. 320. 160 times 2 is 320, not 360. I don't know why I was getting the extra 4 from. But still, not bad. 320. So we're easily going to get our 3 prize cards here, while they're going to be stuck at 4. Or not. Wow, I just totally forgot they don't have enough cards up. I will grab this. And I don't want to grab a Rose Tower just yet. So I think I'm going to grab a Level Ball. Grab the other Zoroark here. Put that up. Play this for a Growlithe. We have played all of our Evo Incense. So I don't know if I want to play the Peony just yet. I could grab something else. Maybe a Ball Guy. I think that way we can set up some more things onto the bench. Alright. We could now actually transform into Arcanine, or at least one of them. Now it's set up for next turn. Very vulnerable. Not so very vulnerable, unlike this Eternatus. And grab our 3 prize cards. Ooh, a Zorua, nice. And a Zoroark, ooh, not so nice. Because we won't be able to attack next turn. Ah. You know, we should have grabbed maybe the boss's orders. Now that I think of it. Boss's orders would have been great. Then we can pull this guy up, knock it out. Okay, discarding the Zig. I would have maybe kept that Zig to ping here and at least get the knockout there. And potentially get another knockout to even things up. I don't know how quickly he can accelerate energy back onto any of these Pokemon. Umbreon VMAX, okay. So we may see an Umbreon V go up. Or he didn't have one at all? Okay. Okay, we got our Ball Guy, but we already have our Zorua. Let's play Ball Guy. We can use our Hisuian. We can use this. And we can use our Ultra. That way the Ultra discards the 2. The level will fail, and the Hisuian may fail as well. Alright, so Ultra for these 2. We will not grab anything unless I guess I could grab the Arcanine. Yeah, that was a smart play. I totally forgot I had that Growlithe on there. This one we will fill. And this, just to see. Okay. Good to know. Let's put something at the top here. How about... I don't think we have any more Zorua. Let's grab the Peony. Actually, let's grab the boss. And then we will, very vulnerable here, knock out this. And then next turn, if we're able to, which we might be able to actually, because we can attach this to get rid of it, go for the knockout on this Galarian Moltres for game. There is the ping, nice. Now it comes down to, do we give him another knockout? Yeah, we can give him the Zorua. And if he doesn't want to knock it out, we can capture, retreat into something else. Alright, let's see what he does. Ah, he got rid of his Umbreon VMAX. Well, there goes the Umbreon V onto there. Maybe unfortunate here. Okay, scoop up. Oh, is he gonna ping something? Interesting ping. I don't think it needed the ping. He is sending even more out. Not sure for what. Ultra. Okay. Yeah, but the writing's on the wall here. What we're gonna do next turn is grab our boss. If he doesn't knock this out, we're gonna be putting this in and putting the capture somewhere else, bossing up this Moltres, and we win. So let's go ahead and I guess do that now. So Arcanine. Boss comes into play. We'll just throw this on here. We will fail the capture. Bring up the Moltres. And very vulnerable for knockout. And that is game. Honestly, a fun deck, especially since you have to think about how to get rid of your own cards from your hand. It is a very mental, strenuous deck, but honestly very budget friendly and very fun to play if you can get used to just discarding and not having to worry about those cards coming back, or not having any cards at your hand at the end of the turn. And of course, the reason you don't have to worry about that is things like the Radiant Venusaur, where you draw 4 cards at the end. So if you're worried about that, put this in play. That way you draw your 4. Or again, using the Altaria's Tempting Tune to put some sort of trainer on the top of your deck. That way you draw into it your next turn. Albeit you may have to worry about what the opponent does with maybe a Marnie or some other kind of Roxanne kind of card. And of course, you have the Oranguru if you need to move one in and out. But overall, this Hisuian Arcanine deck is so budget friendly, and honestly probably one of the best ones to come out of Lost Origin. And there are so many other budget decks that we're going to be making videos on, so get subscribed so you don't miss those, like maybe the Spirit Tomb, and we'll see, maybe there's other iterations of Lost Box that we can do. But yeah, get subscribed so you don't miss those notifications on those budget decks. And of course, we're going to be doing other decks like Giratina, Zoroark, and Goodra V-Stars. So again, get subscribed, leave a like, comment down below what you think of this deck and how you would upgrade it yourself. As always guys, stay safe and thanks for watching.